Hi Aquarius, thanks for joining me. This will be a general love reading for you guys from the 1st to the 7th of March. It is for Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising and Venus signs. Don't worry too much if you don't know what your Moon, Rising or Venus sign is. If you check the description box below the video, all that information's in there for you. Also, please remember that time is fluid, so this could have already happened. It could be happening now, it could be happening sometime in the future. And also, please remember that these are general love readings. They won't resonate with everybody, so just take what resonates with you or for you and leave the rest. Okay, we are going to use a different deck today. We're going to use the Druid Craft Tarot deck. Okay. Don't know why, but I just feel guided to use something a little bit different. We will be looking at how the other person feels about you, but that will be with the normal Angel Tarot deck. Okay, so what do we have? What does what do we have? What do we have here? What can you tell Aquarius from the 1st to the 7th of March, please? What does Aquarius need to know in love? Highest messages only. Now these cards are quite they're more oblong in shape, so it does take quite a while to shuffle them. Okay, so what do we need to know for Aquarius, please? Aquarius in love. What's the highest messages, please, for Aquarius in love? What do we need to know? Aquarius in love. Haven't used these before. And beautiful cards, but they've been sitting in a box. They probably sat there for about a year and a half, probably 2 years. And last night, every full moon, I put all of my tarot decks out to cleanse. So it kind of like brand news them. See, get into this room and I just can't speak. It renews them. So all that energy that's been put into them over the course of the month, if I put them out on a windowsill, inside obviously, along with the crystals, when I come to use them, they feel brand new. The cards stiff, etc. It's a different feeling. So every full moon I cleanse my cards. Wow, look. Ooh, okay. Oh, we've turned up in your own reading again. Very much in your own power, I feel. And this is very much like, oh, okay, destined. The star and the sun. I wanted to say, if we get the moon, the sun, the star and the moon. Wow. So you do see this as destined, I feel, whatever this is. Okay. So it could be the reconnection. It could be however you interpret it. It could be going towards somebody. We'll see with the rest of the cards. But a situation out there, could be a person, however it resonates with you. You do see a destined path in front of you that leads towards a situation that is the sun in your life. So it's almost like working towards your happiness, whether this be a person or a situation. Okay, but it's almost like it's destined. It's written in the stars for you. It's almost like a divine connection. Sometimes readers interpret the star card as a soulmate connection. So it could be a soulmate connection for you, but whatever this is makes you, I feel, when you think about this situation, perhaps coming towards them, connecting, talking, however you do that, you do see happiness. It's like the light at the end of the tunnel. Gorgeous. And we've got the wheel card here. A lot of major arcana. So something's happening within your energy shifts. You're moving towards your destined path, whether or not that's with emotional, psychological aspects. So it could be the awakening or awakening up to someone being your divine counterpart. We'll have a look from the rest of the tarot, but very determined energies, very, very determined to turn this wheel in your favour. And I think once you do that, there we go, it's destined. It's almost like, I think, a lack of communication maybe on your part, or there's no communication. But very determined energy in this room. Too many cards. Or is there? Do you want... Oh, okay. Tell me to take them. So, yeah, look at that. Decision. It is a decision. I feel that the decision for you, or you've been indecisive from wherever you're coming from, or perhaps you've been over processing this situation, that you do feel it is a divine connection. It's almost like a soulmate connection. Deciding, yeah, deciding who it, I don't know, why would you give me that? Who it is that makes you happy when you think about them. So decision whether or not to stay stuck, because we're here, the Four of Cups, disappointment. But this person, I feel here, the Two of Pentacles, a decision to bring about core stability inside yourself and moving forward, making the right decision for you. This person's always been in the background, I feel, with this Four of Cups. It's a disappointment. Things not turning out the way you'd expected. But this person or situation has been hidden from view on this, by this tree and on this little ledge here. So you're almost focusing on disappointment but not seeing this cup here. So perhaps the realization for you is that this cup's always been there, and the decision for you is whether or not to go towards them or not. Who are they? It's almost like she's asking, who are they to me? Who are this cup here? Who is this cup to me? Are they my divine counterpart? Should I move towards them? It's almost like asking those questions. Rhetorical questions. Gorgeous. Okay. Whatever this is, you're making a decision. And that decision propels you forward. So I feel it's a decision to speak to this person, to create this sun situation. They are the sun in your life. But I do see that as they've never left you. But sitting on a ledge, perhaps they've been waiting for you, Aquarius, to look their way, to notice the connection. Perhaps they notice it, and that's the reason why they've always been around. Could be a friend, could be anybody. So we'll just have a look and see what we can get from the tarot. Wow, how many cards? No, you can't do that. Ooh. Okay, so what else does Aquarius need to know? What does Aquarius need to know in this reading, please? In love, Aquarius in love, what do they need to know? Aquarius in love, what do they need to know? Aquarius in love. So I feel this decision, it's deciding to move forward, I think, out of despair as well. We've got this Four of Cups, so perhaps the discontentment was not recognising this connection and what it means to you, but you want to, I feel, move towards them. However that resonates. It could be just talking to them, it could be just resparking, but I just don't see any communication between both of you. Okay, but they're giving me it's been some time since you spoke. It's been some time. Yeah, Six of Pentacles. So yeah, I think wanting to put time and effort into the situation, you're wanting to almost give your time to this now. The decision for you is to put the time and effort in to either reconnect, however you do that, or open a dialogue, and then that wheel turns for you. But if you look at this hermit here with Six of Pentacles, he sits on this ledge and he gives money, he gives his time to others, and in turn the universe picks up on that energy and helps propel you along with that wheel card here. Ooh, look at you though. So I feel like you already know who this person is. Okay, the decision of wanting to put the effort in to make this a stable situation, however it resonates for you, you've actually been manifesting it. So I think that you've been looking at this situation through the eyes of love. You've recognized who this person is to you now from that decision there, the Two of Pentacles, wanting to put the time and effort in, but you have been manifesting it. The Magician, you're in Magician mode, wanting that wheel to turn. But I feel that recognizing this soul connection and what makes you happy, what would make you happy for the future, and you're sending out all these signs and synchronicities out into the universe. Like I said, from the Six of Pentacles, wanting to put, almost like thinking about coming towards this person, however it resonates for you, whether it's physically or energetically, but you're in energetic mode here. In energetic terms, it's not physical, but even wanting to having those thoughts about wanting to put the time and effort in now, the universe picks up on all of that euphoria you feel when you think about this situation, connection, person, however it resonates. So the other person, I feel it is a person, will see signs and synchronicities and associate them with you, Aquarius. And that's just through shared experiences. It could be a significant time in their life that they shared with you, say, I don't know, it could be formative years, i.e. school, college. It could be a certain genre of music. It could be places you've been together or shared experiences, however it resonates. But they are going to see more and more and more of those type of things crop up. So it's not such a bombshell when you come back in, because they'll be like, oh yeah, I was thinking about that the other day, blah 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 blah, shared experience. There you go, gorgeous. Anything else for Aquarius, please? So as I said, no communication, but you do look at that. You want the Two of Cups, the ultimate. I feel you want to come into union with this soulmate. This will create this situation between both of you that will make you happy. I think when you think about this person, they do make you smile. They lift your spirits, they're giving me. They lift your spirits. So of course you're going to look at them and see them as the sun. You see them as this bright shining light. It's like a moth to the flame, I feel. A moth to the flame. It's almost like you have a huge desire for them. A huge desire. Yeah. Eight of Cups. You want to move on from, I feel, disappointment here. The Eight of Cups here, and wanting to move towards them, because it is a bit of a, I feel it's going to be a bit of a challenge getting to them. You want to find out about them. You want to get over the brow of this hill and you want to see the sun. You want to talk to this person. You want communication. You don't want any more of this, whatever this is here. You want to move away. You want to put the time and effort in now. I think they're giving me emotional disappointment for some reason. So yeah, look at this. Sorry, they've given you loads of cards. So, decision. Hanged Man. Do I go towards them? Do I not? What do I do? I'm just going to hang in quiet contemplation inside this tree. Yep. So I think that while you're thinking about moving towards them or resparking, whatever, you're actually in magician mode. So yeah, and I think that coming towards them, that cycle's complete. It was destined. You are supposed to come towards them in whatever aspect that is, whether it's just talking or, you know, just opening a dialogue, because you do want it. You want there to be some form of communication. You want it fast. You want it like it was yesterday. Prince of Wands. So you're moving your energy towards this situation. So you're manifesting this situation. Perhaps the other person can pick up on that energy shift with that star card energy, because I do see that as kind of like soulmates. So perhaps they will feel a shift in your energy, and they're wondering why. And they're wondering why they're getting all these signs and synchronicities. The reason I say that, we've got the Six of Cups here. So is somebody that you shared something with some time ago, whether or not that's a friendship, could have been a relationship that just never got off the ground, but you have some form of connection with this person. But I do see that as from formative years. So I do, it feels like it's something from teenagers, could be. You're looking back at better times, and it's almost like stripping away everything that has come up until now, stripping away the past, because you want to bring whatever you felt with this person into the here and now. So it's just kind of like rewinding the clock, I feel. Very determined to get there, though. Very determined. Five of Wands. Little bit of inner conflict, I feel, when you think about this person with this Hanged Man here. It does bring about some conflict within you, and I think that that's why we've got this decision here. A little bit of conflict, a little bit of heartache. You're recognizing who this person is to you. It's inner turmoil. You're trying to remain balanced and steady with this Hanged Man energy, but still it's a bit unstable, because you're kind of like, this is what I want, but is it really? Wow, okay. Is it really what I want? Wow. So it's almost like, I don't know why, but they're giving me that right at the last minute, you keep pulling your energy back. But I think that this situation, it feels like this situation's been going on for some time. You've been playing it out in your head for some time. And right at the last minute, and perhaps you've already been in this Prince of Wands energy, which is actually coming towards them or reconnecting, however that resonates, and you've been pulling your energy back. But you're very determined now. Very, very, very confident. You want to lead this in the right direction. Yeah. Ooh. Sarah. Do you know, and I probably going to pronounce this incorrectly, but I feel that this is Serenos. So you've been manifesting almost like the dream relationship with this person who you do consider to be the sun in your life. It is destined. But I think that you need to be a bit tempered when you come in. This card here, let's just have a look at the synopsis in the book, because he's got a little bit more information to him. And obviously every pack is different. So, which is hilarious. Oh my God. Because sometimes, because it's a Druid's pack, some of the terminology I'm probably not pronouncing very well. So the dragon of Nufi. No, I can't pronounce it, to be fair. I don't know how it's supposed to be pronounced. Awakens peacefully within you. Oh, sorry, powerfully within you. Sorry, the light's not very good. Great progress is possible, but take care to integrate and channel this force. Ooh. So, in conjunction with the Magician, your powers of manifestation are massive, are huge, but you must be balanced. You can change your circumstances. They're saying you're a very powerful peak for some reason with this Magician mode here, very determined to move to create this situation, but you need to be balanced. You need to be balanced. Wow. Okay. So, what else do we need to know? What else do we need to know? Yeah, I don't know how to pronounce those words. It's hilarious. I get here and the light's not that good. Because I'm working off candles and a ring light. But yeah, look at this. So yeah, it takes great inner strength, I feel, not to give up on this situation or to come out of these, I think, very betwixt energies, because it's a bit of a push me pull you it's taken. It's kind of like zapped all your strength just thinking, mulling this situation over. You know that you need forward movement and that's what you yearn for, but it's just stuck. Okay, need to stop that now. I need to move forward. But you're doing it in a completely different way. You're manifesting. You're doing your groundwork before you actually pop in with this message. And then there's a declaration. That's very, very, very strong energy. King of Wands just knows what he wants. And it is this situation here. This is what you want from life. The rest of your days here on mortal days, I should say. So yeah, you want to offer this person a brand new start, a passionate new beginning with the Ace of Wands. Beautiful. But it's kind of like time is of the essence for you now. I don't know if that's because of spring, everything's starting to get moving now, especially in the UK. We've been given dates of when we can potentially have holidays, etc., etc. So the energy's gathering momentum now. People are looking at things a little bit more positively. So perhaps that in effect has made you click into action. Very determined to get to this person. 8 of Wands. So I feel like you do want to communicate with them. You do want to throw that staff out here. You do want to communicate. I think you're a little bit scared though. I want to communicate. I want to do all this declaration. I want it now. Oh no, I don't really. It's almost like that energy from last week. Dipping your toe in the pool, in the pond, in the water, in the sea, and then retreating back to the shoreline in a very scared way because you're just unsure. So if you're doing that kind of push me pull you energy, you need to either make a decision. Okay, you need to either put the energy out and let the chips fall and get a result and close that, and that result is the world. Okay, that cycle will be closed. Or you decide not to push your energy out, not to do magician mode and close the cycle. Because I feel that for you, Aquarius, being this very push me, pull you energy is not doing you any good, because there's a lot of indecisiveness. You need to be confident. You need to make, this is the last stance for you. I can see the door closing, and it feels like the other person's leaving the party because of all these energies that are shifting around. You're pushing, pulling, pushing, pulling, pushing, pulling. It's not consistent, and perhaps this other person's going to pick up on that energy being pushed and pulled and pushed and pulled. And what they will do is eventually they will cut the cord between both of you, and they will close that door. So I think that you know that. That's why time is of the essence for you. We do have the High Priest here, so I'm just going to read just a little synopsis from the book. But it's almost like if you are soulmates, or you do consider, and I think you do consider this person to be a soulmate, they can understand the energy shifts, but they're going to have to pull back for their own peace of mind, I feel. Because it's like, they're coming towards me. No, they're not. They're coming towards me. No, they're not. They're coming towards me. What the heck is happening? And that's exactly how they feel at the moment. What the heck is happening? Stop pushing your energy out. Make a decision. Communicate or don't. Wow. Okay. So the High Priest here. Oh. And this is hilarious. I'm going to have to get towards the light. There is a value in discipline. What was I saying? About push me, pull you. And routine to maintain the connection between your spiritual and your worldly life. Oh my giddy aunt. I am not joking. Gee whiz. I love these readings. What was I saying about push me, pull you? You need to make a decision. You need to make a decision. And that decision has to be final. Okay. Don't keep going back to revisit it. Either connect or just leave it. If it's too difficult, even though you do see them as your divine partner, if it's too difficult, you need to leave it. Okay. Or if you want to go for it, then just open a dialogue. It doesn't mean that there's going to be a tower moment soon as the other person, replies to you. But that's the energy. You're very determined, but you're very scared at the same time. So being scared and determined, okay, you have to overcome the scaredness, which is low vibrational energy. And if you keep pushing that out towards someone, they will get tired of it. And before you've even come in to speak to them, the door will be shut. Because they'll be like, I'm just tired of this energy coming towards me. What's going on? No dialogue, nothing. All of a sudden, you're popping in, door's shut. And that's how I see it. And that's how it feels to me. And that's an awful situation for you to be in, so scared. And it's an awful situation for the other person to feel bound to. Okay. So I think that they're making a decision whether or not to, and I can see it now, there's a vision of the door creaking and closing. And this is why you're so determined to get there, because you can feel them pulling their energy back and withdrawing and just not wanting to play with the situation. Because that connection that you have between each other is probably so profound. So you being in magician mode and this, is it Serenos mode? They'll be able to feel it on a whole different level to anything else that they've experienced. Okay, so what else do we have? Oh, yeah. Okay. So, yeah, you do want to. The desire is huge for you. The desire is huge too. And it's almost like this imaginary land, I feel, that you've created for yourself surrounding this connection. There in the middle, you've got an imaginary, it's kind of like a dream. You've popped them on a pedestal and you've created a dream life, or you've dreamt about life with them. Wow. I feel quite sad, actually. I really do feel quite sad. Because it's like you've put them on a pedestal, but you just don't know. You're so scared to even approach them. Just, you've made a rod for your own back. You have made a rod for your own back. They are only human. I would just reach out and see where the chips fall. Because the energy is just so profound here. Look, you do see, you want to celebrate 1111 card, 4 of Wands. This is what you want. You are thinking, though, you're going to get more disappointment. It's like, if I make this a reality, is it going to live up to the expectation I have or the dream I've created? Well, get rid of the expectation and the dream if it's that. If it's making you that uneasy. We should never come into relationships with expectations and dreams, because we will be disappointed and then we'll be coming from a place of lack. You should treat every relationship on its own merit. And you should enter every relationship. It's very difficult, I know, I've been there. So, you know, every relationship, we should be sealing things off and trying to come towards this or whatever situations we're in with brand new eyes and a brand new heart. But it's very difficult. And those who come from a place of lack and try and find their wholeness within relationships, they will inevitably flounder, because those insecurities, etc., things that we haven't worked through, will resurface. And it's not fair. I don't think it's, don't shoot me, but it's not fair on the other person either to enter a connection with expectations, etc., because you will be disappointed. But you want to rebirth this situation. Look, we've got the rebirth card here. So light at the end of a tunnel that you've gone through. It's almost like a hermit's journey. And you look, the light at the end of a tunnel is this person, is this connection. So it's almost like you've gone on a spiritual journey to realise what you want for the future. But it still gives you a headache. Look, 7 of Swords. What's going on there? What is that? Why would you do that? 7 of Swords. I love them. Oh, I can't do it. It's a headache. Are they going to receive me? Oh, just too difficult, too difficult. Well, the moon's had enough now of this kind of like betwixt shenanigans. So the moon's come in and said, nah, had enough of the way you're conducting things. Come on. I'm going to shine a big fat moon on that fear of you coming towards that person. Telling you off. The moon's telling you off. Whatever you've buried for this person, even though it's your hopes and dreams and aspirations, it is a dream. They're saying, mate, you got to face it now. This person's going to be out the door. And I feel that you can, for some reason, I feel that you can feel them blocking your energy, maybe. Even though you're in this hugely, I need to say fertile, it's because it's spring, fertile period of manifestation. Wow, fertile period of manifestation. Thank you for giving me that to say. I think what they're saying is you're at a prime time for manifestation and a prime time to connect, however you want to do that. But there is so much that you need to recognize and reconcile before you come towards this person. And I feel half of it is you just being wishy-washy, and it is being wishy-washy. It's not making a decision. You need to make a definitive decision. The high priestess, the high priest is telling you to. So yeah, 10 of Cups, you want to more confirmation that this person makes you happy, you desire them, you almost like worship them. What did I say about putting them on a pedestal? You've put them on a pedestal so high. Why do that? Because when you come in towards this person with an expectation of what they're like, who they are, what their feelings and thoughts are for the future, they will never live up to it. Never, ever live up to that expectation. So you need to get rid of it. I'm telling you off now. Well, it's not me actually, it's them. But they're saying enough's enough. Look, the lady. Four of Pentacles. Not even telling this person how you feel. No communication. Just trying to almost like keep it together. Because if you do, and the moon's had enough of that kind of way of thinking. If you do let open the floodgates, all this instability, insecurity will come out. Just sitting there, look. Four of Swords, just sitting there. Kind of like, okay, I need to rest and make a decision, but what do I do? Well, you have to make a decision. You need to stop being wishy-washy. Either withdraw your energy and never know, or put yourself out there. You do want a lavish abundance on this, though. You do see this woman as very woman. Wow, don't know who I'm connecting with now. Regardless of gender, I think it's because it's a lady on the card, but whoever this person is, you find them very sexy, you find them very nurturing, they're very kind and compassionate. You know that they will do you no harm. But still, you mess them, it's almost like you're messing them around energetically. Why would you do that to somebody that you do hold in high regard? Why would you do that? Because you're not... People will only... Even the most spiritual of people, right, okay, even the most understanding of people, even, you know, soulmates, they understand to a certain level, okay, but when it's a repeating pattern and it keeps happening, that's when the cycle needs to be ended. And perhaps for them, closing the door is that cycle. So I think that you need to make a huge decision on whether or not you just message this person. For goodness sake, just do it. Just do it. Because the energy I'm getting off here, it's making me kind of like edgy. Goodness knows what it's doing to you, Aquarius. Seriously, yeah, look, death. The death card. Like I said, okay, what you need to do is either, where's the world card now? Oh, I've lost her. You need to either complete the cycle, which is coming towards this person, and death to old ways, which is the indecisiveness, or you need to cut the situation and that cycle's complete, and it's like death to a soulmate connection almost. The choice is yours. The ball's in your court. But there's no communication. But like I said, you want communication, but you have been steadily trying to work on your own coin, your own inner stability. So it's career, finances, your position within the world. You've been trying very, very hard to carve a life for yourself before you come towards this person in a physical sense, or even in a message. So you have been in effect in magician mode, trying to let this person know how you feel while you've been working on yourself. But I feel that that's taken a huge amount of time. A huge amount of time. I think that when you come towards this person, in reality, with that message, I think everything, you are going to get some resistance, I feel. I think that you are going to get some resistance from them because they're leaving the party. They've had enough of the energy you keep pushing out. You're not making a decision. Like I said last week, it's like a freight train coming towards this person and they're expecting you to pop out the other side and go, hi. And it just keeps coming and it just keeps gathering. And they're like, when's this going to stop? It's exhausting me. When are you actually going to come in? Because if you don't, just leave me alone. And that's exactly what they're saying. They're saying just leave them alone. If you have no intention of following that energy that you're pushing through to result in communication or some form of contact, stop doing it. Because it's exhausting the other person. God's sake, look at you. All of these energies. So you do want to offer them, the Lord and the Lady is a divine union. You have a plan. And the plan is magician, but you're exhausting the other person by sending all these signs and synchronicities out and all this energy. It's just overwhelming for the other person. How are they going to make sense of that if there's nothing tangible to back it up with? King of Swords, so you do want to come in and tell this person exactly how you feel about them, the situation, who they are to you. But when are you going to do that? You want to offer them a very stable situation, Ace of Pentacles. But you also want to, you know that you're going to get some resistance in this connection. So if you do get this resistance here by this person saying, why do you keep pushing your energy towards me? It's not substantiated. You're not doing anything with it. It's just energy. I'm expecting you to pop in and you just don't. You never, ever pop in. So you're going to have to see it from their perspective. If this person does say that to you, you declaring that this is a soulmate connection and what you feel, and then the other person says to you, yeah, I know, but you've been pushing your energy out so much, it's almost like you've lived. It's so strange. They're giving me, we've lived our relationship through that energy that you've pushed out, and now I don't have anything to give you. Wow. Because it's just repeated, it's just constant pushing. So this person's exhausted. They feel like they've already been in a relationship with you in between the time that you've not been there. Because the energy is that strong. It's almost like you've burnt the candle at both wicks before you've even got there. And that's why they're closing the door, because it's so intense. So you're going to have to see it from their perspective. You're going to have to work through it. See, her foot's on that stone here. She uses that to her advantage. Any obstacles that you're going to come through or resistance, you will be able to work through it, but it's going to take time, I feel. Because you've just been, it's like you've just ramped the volume up and just kicked the ass out of magician mode, and that's exactly what you've been doing. You've just kicked the ass completely out of it. Wow. Don't shoot me. I am just the speaky box. That's all I am. But yeah, gosh, they really like these cards. They tell you that for nothing. And they're telling me to tell you because they've had enough of it as well. My guides tell you things that you need to hear, okay? Because they want you to get the best out of your situations and life in general. They're very invested in humanity, getting the best out of situations. They're not for everybody, obviously. The readings are not just straightforward tarot. There's heavily influenced by spirituality, and I have no control over that. Just I'm open and receptive. And I don't knock it. It's, you know, it's in the disclaimer. If you don't like the readings and you don't want them to be spiritual, you don't want to come to a spiritual channel, then I'm not for you. Don't knock it. I had some person come in saying, boring, it's like the rest of, what was it? And it really affected me. Out of all the views and all the nice comments that I had one person that came in and said, boring, it's like this every week. Well, I'm really sorry, I don't pick the cards. And it is for somebody who's having a really bad time. So You know, if you want something that's not spirit-led or not about personal development, then, you know, you're quite free to explore other channels. So if it says in the disclaimer, okay, I'm not for everybody, I'm an intuitive empathic reader, and I use the law of attraction and spirituality in my readings. If you don't like it, you can find another channel. And it really did get my pip, because I thought, you know, I'm so lucky to have my guides be that invested in you guys, and for one person to just tip that balance, I think must have been having a bad day that day. But yeah, I thought, well, you know, it's because perhaps this is a collective. It feels like the collective this week, so I'm not getting sweaty palms. But if I connect with people on such a level, I don't see that as a bad thing. Unless everybody is so bored and they just want to switch off. You know, there are plenty of other tarot readers out there that don't use life lessons in there. But the reason why the readings keep coming up is because you're not doing the things that you're supposed to be doing. They are for guidance. They're to get the best out of your situations. And if you're not doing that, they will pummel it home every single week. And I've noticed it, and I thought, my subscribers going to get bored with this, because it seems like the same thing repeating, because I'm picking up on those energies. They're asking you to recognize what you're doing and to do something about it. It is about life lessons. It is about getting the best out of your situations. So, yep, keeping everything to yourselves with the High Priestess here. Not told anybody about it. Like I said, no communication. No communication. High Priestess and the Magician. I see that as, you know, just a divine union. Yeah, you want to offer them the Ace of Swords. It is a truth. Again, Aquarius, a lot of tarot. Seven of Pentacles is seeds well planted, so it's something that you have connected with, this soul connection. You connected with them. Like I said, I think it's formative years, but you planted the seeds of liking each other or love in each other's hearts and minds and never went back to water it. So you're of the mindset now that they are the person that you want to spend the rest of your days with. Two of Wands, and I feel that when you do communicate, okay, there you go, you're standing proud on the hill. You're confident. You're confident about the future, but that's just through communication. You want to celebrate with them, and I think that is through communication. And you've never given up on this situation at all. No matter how much time has passed between you, you've never given up on the situation. You want it. This is why the energy, you keep pushing this energy out, retreating, pushing it out, retreating. You need to make a decision, and I feel that time is of the essence to do that, because this other person will be shutting the door on this. And I'm sorry to get so bombastic about it, but that's the reason. They're telling me to tell you in all seriousness, if you are serious about this person, which I think that you are, for goodness sake, just put a tiny message out. You're exhausting yourself and you're exhausting the other person energetically, is what they're saying. So I am going to have a look and see how the other person feels about this situation, but I'm going to do it with the normal tarot that I use, which is Tarot of the Angels. But can you see how it doesn't matter what pack you use, okay? Doesn't matter what pack you use. The story's still the same, Aquarius. Story's still the same. And I feel a bit deflated and a bit frustrated. I'm a bit, I just want to cuddle you, whoever I'm connecting with, the collective. I just want to soothe you and say to you, come on guys, make a decision. But I think that for some reason, you've been in this energy for so long. so long. It's unreal. It must be exhausting. That's all I can say. It must be exhausting. But you've gone through all these scenarios, but putting that person on a pedestal is probably the worst thing that you could have done. Because then you're creating your own self-fulfilling prophecies. What was I saying? That's what you're doing. You're setting yourself up for a fall, because everything, it's almost like every relationship that you've had has gone the same way. You don't want to repeat the pattern with this one, but you've in effect already done that. Why would you do it? Because it's never worked before. So knock it down. This is just a human being. We're not just human beings, but this is a person of flesh and blood. Okay. You do see them as this divine connection. Okay, don't be scared by it, because at the end of the day, they still eat, breathe, and poop. I have to say it in those terms, and that's what they're giving me. You're so scared of it. Okay, if you're scared of it, if you're scared of this person, just think they eat, breathe, and poop, just like you. Okay. And then all of that's kind of like, oh, okay, we're just the same. We're just the same. We're human beings. Don't put them on a pedestal. Okay, 2 seconds. I'm just going to have some coffee. I always liken it, sorry, I'm back now, to meeting. Okay, we'll put it in context now. So meeting your, I don't know, idol. Okay. So you've got a crush on someone, say it's a pop star, I don't know. We'll just use those as an example. A pop star, and you get to meet them. And I've done it. I've actually done it. Guess what? I'm going to let you guys into a secret now. And not many people know about this, because there's only probably me and my brother, and yeah, probably his friends, because he probably had a big giggle about it. Okay. There was a band from Canada, and I must have been in my early, it was so sad, it really was, and I cringe now when I look at it. I really do cringe, because I was so naive when I was younger. Okay, so Canadian band, and I saw them on a rock program. I was yeah, and I really liked them, and the video was so great and everything, and the guy looked gorgeous and he was beautiful, and I put him on a pedestal. Okay, so not many people knew about this rock band, and they came over to the UK to do like a little tour, and one of the places that they came to was a little place in Leicestershire, and I'd arranged, my brother actually arranged it, because he's younger than me, arranged for us to go to this concert, and it was in the back of a pub. That's how tiny it was. Okay, at the back of a pub, and because they were releasing an EP, which I think that they had in effect put money into themselves, because they couldn't get signed. But there would be, you know, the lead singer, I was in love with him. I'd made this whole kind of like scenario about, you know, as you do when you're a forlorn lady or woman or young woman, you know, having this gorgeous lifestyle. I see him and he's going to fall in love with me instantaneously. Oh my God, seriously, get over yourself. That's where we come from, kind of like, it was so bizarre and so silly, but I'm going to tell you. So we get to this pub, and it was about an hour and a half before this band started, and unbeknownst to me, I go up to the bar. I'm kind of like all kitted out. My brother's like, you know, are you feeling okay? Because he knew that I really liked this guy, and I'm like, yeah, and he was like, oh, I'm gonna nip in the back, because my brother was really into music. He's a guitarist, and he says, oh, Claire, he said my name anyway, oh, Claire, you want to come backstage, you want to come in, just meet the band. Oh my God, I froze. I was nearly sick. I said, I can't do it. And he was saying, why? These are just human beings at the end of the day. They produce this music. I can't do it. I can't meet him. I just can't do it. And I sat there for about an hour and a half. My brother was saying to me, are you feeling all right? And I was like, no, I can't do it, because I'd built them up in my head so much that they were going to be these fantastic people. They could have been idiots for all I know, and it just turns out that they weren't, because my brother had a very long conversation with them for about half an hour. He was talking to the band, he was talking to the drummer, everybody got to meet the lead singer. They were all sitting round with a pint, okay, in the back of this thing while they were setting up. And I thought, oh my God, I'm just going to die. I'm going to die. If I meet these people, they're either, I'm going to look so stupid, because I was so nervous, I was so overwrought, I was all full of self-fulfilling prophecies and everything else. I built them up to be these fantastic people, and they're just human beings at the end of the day. They've come to do a gig. Why would they want some forlorn, young woman hanging around them? Seriously. But you don't see that when you're in that melee of energies. Anyway, so I go to the bar and I order this drink, and I'm getting slowly a bit tiddly because I can't cope with the energy and the situation. And like I said, being an empath, it is quite difficult at times, and I didn't even realize what I was picking up on. I was picking up on the energies of the room, the people, everything else. I was feeling insecure about myself. All this stuff was going on. I ordered this drink at the bar, and I don't know why, but I'm only tiny, so the bar's getting more and more full. And this guy next to me says, this young lady down here hasn't been served, in an American accent, what I thought was American. And I looked really shocked at this person standing next to me. It's actually the lead singer of this band. And I was like, and I couldn't speak. I just went, thank you. And I got the drink and scuttled back to my seat. When we got in there to this gig, myself and my brother were right at the front, and we really, really, really enjoyed it. Really enjoyed it. It was fantastic music. And we watched a rock program. I think it was on about a week later, and they were saying about the gig that they'd done, and they went, yeah, we went to a little place in Leicestershire, and we played this pub, and yeah, it was amazing. The people at the front really rocked out, and I was like, yeah, I was one of those people. But I was so scared because I put them on such a pedestal, and I expected them to be like this demigod. You can't do that with people. They eat, breathe and poop the same as everybody else. The same as everybody else. And if I'd looked at life like that, I could have had a full-blown conversation with that guy, told him that I really enjoyed his music, everything else. Instead, I scared the bejeebers out of me and, in effect, looked a bit weird. Because the other person's looking at me as if to say, oh, she's got a crush on me. Yeah. Why would you do that? So, same energy with you, Aquarius. It feels like you are kind of like wanting to go forward but can't, wanting to go forward but can't, and you've put this person on this pedestal, and it's unhealthy. I would say it's unhealthy for your heart, and it's unhealthy for your mind. You need to make a decision on whether or not to go towards them, because you'll still get stuck in this cycle. Now, I've had loads of things happen to me over the years, which and I have no shame in discussing things, because there are, weird processes, ways I've thought, and all kinds of stuff. And it was low vibrational, coming from a place of lack, but also picking up on other people's energy and not being able to process it in the way that I do now. I know myself on a completely different level now. And I recognise, I look back on past situations and I go, oh God, that's why I did that. And I almost like cringe at myself. But going through those processes made me the person that I am today. So the reason why I've told you that pokey story is because that's the energy that I'm feeling from that. So please don't do that. You won't get the best out of situations or yourself. You just won't. And you'll be scared. You'll be scared to move forward. So either Do something about it, i.e. come towards this person, speak to them, or close it off, because the energies that you're going through are quite profound. But you do need to make a decision and stop putting this person on a pedestal. I'm not going to bite you in half when you message them or connect with them. So, how does the other person, we're just going to have a look at how the other person feels. Sorry about the story. And you know what, which is the funniest thing? I still got those, because it was records then. And I've still got their records, and my musical taste must have changed somewhat, because you can tell that it's not a polished product when you look at it now, and it's a bit like, oh, okay. Yeah, I was heavily invested in, yeah, they were gorgeous. They looked gorgeous. They were really nice people, actually. Really, really, really nice people. But I just let, you know, my own perception of them and the world I'd created around them meddle with my forward thinking. And I regret it to some degree, because it, you know, they're not monsters at the end of the day. They're not this huge, you know, and time's gone on now, so I do process things in a whole different way. If I reacted at the age I am now, I'd be a bit, you know, you'd be thinking, okay, this is a bit strange. Okay, so the awakening card here. Look at things from a different perspective. A temporary standstill. It's important to be yourself. This other person's not giving up on this either. Look. 9 of fire, don't give up, protect that which you've created. I think that they've awakened to the notion that you have an energetic bond between you, and perhaps you are soulmates, and they're fine with that. That's fine. But it's what you do with that energy, I feel, is the most important thing. Why would you really? Do we need no? So yeah, so while there's no communication, and just like you, the 9 of Earth, they're busy doing what they need to do for them. And yes, the Star card did jump out, but just didn't quite make it. So yeah, they recognise this connection for what it is, a divine union. Happy times. They want to make optimistic long-term plans, but just like you, keeping it all to themselves. Listen to your intuition, have patience. So they're waiting for you. They don't want to come across as being you know, crazy, or they don't want you to think that, oh gosh, you know, they're a bit mad because they've told me that they can pick up on my energy, you know, that we're soulmates, that they want this huge connection with me. Yeah, they've been keeping it all to themselves, but they do want something that's tangible. Like we've got this Lovers card here, so it is an intimate relationship. They want you to come in and water these seeds. They want this to be renewed. They want something that's tangible, just like you. God's sake, seriously, both of you are like scared rabbits in headlights. Seriously, they have been manifesting you too. Both of you are as bad as each other. Whoever this is, both of you are as bad as each other. That's all I can say. They want it, you want it, no communication, both of you trying to do the groundwork. Both of you are so scared. So scared. Look, tiny message. Manifesting the hell out of this, wanting to renew it. Tiny message. They want communication. They want to come in as very friendly and send you a little message and say, hi, how are you doing? Because they want this to be renewed, this connection to be renewed. But I think that because it's just energy and just thoughts, and perhaps they're just like you, put you on a pedestal, Aquarius, you've put them on a pedestal, no forward movement, both as scared as anything to get this going. They're almost like, oh, do I just leave it? It's too hard. Fair and just decisions, do what you know is right, stand up for your beliefs. They do believe in the connection, but there's only so much energy you can keep pushing out. So yeah, they do want a brand new beginning with you. They want some form of communication. They want to reconnect with you. But they too are very, very, very scared. Or perhaps it's just this card here. They're either thinking about cutting this connection, or they're thinking that they have to cut a connection. Perhaps they are in a connection already in order to come towards you physically. However it resonates, but the energy, they can pick up on the energy that you're pushing out, so it's gaining momentum between both of you. It's like, where is it going? Where's all this energy going? It's been pushed out to both of you. Somebody break the cycle. Somebody send a message. So yeah, cold conversation. So I think that was kind of like the demise of it. No, not one of you. Each of you recognizes this connection for what it is, but you're both in denial for some reason. Both of you find it so difficult to talk to each other. Why? Why do you find it difficult? Because you've made what is in effect a mountain out of a molehill. Wow. And it could be the reason the last time that you spoke was a cold conversation, both of you in denial. I don't like you, you don't like me, don't like you enough like that, don't like you enough like that. For goodness sake, get over yourselves and get some forward movement going, because you both have a lot of love for each other. Either put the energy to good use and make it tangible, or just leave it. So they're in Emperor mode. It could be that you're dealing with an Aries, not necessarily, that's just their card, and that's Aquarius's card. Organisation and logic, yeah, they're trying to make sense of this situation. They're trying to make sense of all this energy that's coming their way. They are making sense of it now, but it's kind of like, what do I do with it? What do I do with all this? We've got an unwise choice. Learn what you can from this situation. Is it unwise for them to keep putting energy into this that's not tangible? Use your energy somewhere else. It's almost like people are telling them it's an unwise choice, or they're feeling it's an unwise choice to do this. Like I said, shutting the door. They're thinking it is an unwise choice because there's no dialogue, there's no forward movement, even though they want forward movement. They've got the release card, the end of a the end of a phasal situation, spiritual transformation, time to move on. So it's almost like I said, shutting the door. They want it like you, but it's also the realization that both of you are soulmates is humongous. It's humongous. It's kind of like, want to move forward but can't. They are trying to get the confidence up though. Look, we've got this trying to remain confident that you will come in and they will have the strength to reconnect. Stretch your wings and fly. Don't underestimate yourself. And the Queen of Water here, being very loving towards you, caring for you and themselves, and that's what they want. They want forward movement, and they want something that's very nurturing. They want to nurture you. Wow, okay. But I just don't see any movement between both of you. It's almost like, oh well, you know, it's a done deal. That's how it feels. It feels very flat because it's taken time. Look, time. There's a lot of time here. So we've got here, they want a very stable situation, successful time, confidently accept opportunities you're offered in the Midas touch. So they do want to come in and say to you, come on then, let's get going. It's just, communication is just rubbish between both of you. Look, they want to offer you a stable situation. They want to be in a stable situation, a committed situation with you. The inflow of abundance, a promising business venture, important documents or contracts. But in relation to love, they want something that's tangible, something that has growth, something that's not just energy, that is here, that you can touch. So yeah, Knight of Earth, time to buckle down and get things done. Honour your commitments, honour what you have in your heart. Honour this. So this person here wants to come in as the Queen of Earth, the Queen of Fire, and the Queen of Water. Very motivated, very confident, very loving, very warm, very romantic. It's just, how do they get there? So I think that when they do send, or you do reconnect, look at that 8 of Fire. Events moving at a fast pace, delays are over, many things happening at once. They're almost like they're overwhelmed with it. But they do want communication between both of you, but it's just not happening. It's just neither of you. You both want it, but neither of you are making moves towards it. And look at that. They think that if they send you a message expecting the worst, self-fulfilling prophecies and sleepless nights, so it's just not going to be reciprocated. The same on your side. Just open a dialogue. Seriously. Bridge it with mutual friends. Just speak to each other. Like I said, you both eat, breathe and poop. It's exactly what you do. You need to look at it in those terms. Just scaring yourself out of, both of you are scaring yourselves out of your own happiness. That's what you're doing, and you will regret it. You will. And that's sad. That's a sad situation to be in. 7 of Water, a complex decision. Do I do it? Do I not? The need to do research and stop procrastinating. 2 of Fire, you've come into your own new partnerships or contracts, continue to move forward. I think that when they make a decision, or you pop in, or they get there, kind of like you're thinking, okay, if I close the energetic door and it's closing, will that person pick up on it and message me? And that's almost like they're giving me, that's why they're closing the door. They're trying to inject some forward movement. You will pick up on that and you will come towards them. Like you've got the Magician, you were coming towards them as the Prince of Wands. A leap of faith. They too want this. They just want a message, eh? Leap of faith, follow your dreams, unexpected opportunities. They're really trying to hold it together. Great inner strength, release harsh judgments, because they know about both of your situations. So it's not just seeing it from their side. Then you're mirroring each other. Both of you are desperate for it, but both of you just don't know how to get there. But I think that you both know that. Both of you know that. So they're trying to cling on to the situation very tightly. They're defending in their own head why they're still sitting in this energy. And they can see it from your perspective, but both of you are not working together. You are kind of, but you're not in the present, the here and now, something that's tangible. You probably work, you know, quite well on the 5D, but you're not working in the 3D, and that's where you both want something that's very tangible, very loving, very, you know, you can go and take each other out, go for a walk in the park or whatever, but you want a connection that you is on human terms, not just energy. Because if you're fine, if you want it energetically, leave it on the 5D. Leave it on the 5D. But you both want it in the here and now. And that's why you're both in Magician mode. But the 10 of Air. So I feel that when you do, either of you breaks. It's breaking that silence. This was Aries' reading last week. Breaking the silence. The end of a difficult situation. Embrace the change and expect things to get better now. Recovering from an addiction. Both of you are addicted to just putting each other on a pedestal. Both of you are addicted to making an imaginary life together. Both of you are addicted to just being visiting that, probably that imaginary life in your dreams. And both of you are addicted to the energy that you feel from each other. You need to make forward movement or either close the door, and that applies to both of you, not just you. I think, Aquarius, you need to either seal it off and the other person has to make their minds up whether or not. But I think that they are. I think that they're closing the door on this because they know it's just energy at the end of the day. It's not going anywhere. It's not tangible. Wow. Sorry, guys. But if it helps somebody out there understand why they're seeing all these things and why they're feeling all these things, then that's my job done. And then it's up to you what you do with that information. It's for guidance. These are for guidance. So I'm just going to take a sip of coffee. Again, another long reading for you guys. Seriously. Okay, so whew. What can you tell Aquarius about this reading, please? This reading. Okay, so we've got trust. Trust in the process. Trust yourself. Trust the universe. Trust what you're getting through those energetic information that you're receiving. Look at that, big happy changes. I feel that when you do connect or just decide to do something about this energetic connection, okay, there's something better. Yeah, there is. There's something better than just energy, I feel. So we've also got the situation will improve. Anything else for Aquarius, please? Anything else for Aquarius? And if anybody wants to know the band, it was a band called, and it sounds really weird, Moist. And when I found the EBs, I bought everything. I bought the album, I bought the singles, I bought the 12-inch singles, I bought everything, and I put them in this like special pack. It was like a shrine to them. And you know, when record players went, and I've got a record collection that I've had since I was a child, so these are inherited ones. And I've also got ones that I bought when I was a kid, and I've also got most of the cassettes that I bought when I was a kid as well. And reflecting upon them is hilarious, because I was like, oh, I remember that situation. And I do chuckle to myself. I'm like, oh my god, look, I've collected all of those things together, and it made a shrine to these people. Yeah, they're yeah, I don't know where they are now, bless them. I hope they're doing very well. Get more information. We've got success, we've got not the right time, so I think that that was down to divine timing in the first place, Aquarius. And we've also got remain positive. Okay, like I said, you need to strip all that exterior stuff that you've been holding on to. I don't know, all the stuff that you built around them. Just need to strip it away, and just, they are human at the end of the day. Just connect. What else does Aquarius need to know in this very long reading again? Look at that. I can't even write these readings, seriously. Trust. This situation is calling you to have faith. Double the trust. Seriously. What's this message? Just do it. You're wearing me out as a reader. I'm not. Big happy changes. Stay optimistic about your love life. Positive thinking and faith will bring you romance. Gorgeous, gorgeous. What else do we need to know? I seem to connect with Aquarius on a whole different level. I don't know how, and I don't know why, because I don't know that many Aquarians, to be honest. But as a collective, I seem to, and even on an individual basis, okay, I probably know about 3 or 4 Aquarians. 2 of those, which is weird in itself, okay, my mom and my sister-in-law, and they both share the same birthday. How spooky is that? Yeah. And one is a very, very, very dear friend of mine. She is a beautiful, beautiful lady. And the other one is, I think they're Aquarian. I think they're maybe on the cusp, but they are a school friend of mine. And yeah, I really don't know that many Aquarians. So I tend to connect with the collective on a whole different level. I don't think it's any one of those that I know that's having a really bad time, so I can't say it's their energy that I'm picking up on, because I don't know. It could be, very well could be, but it feels like the collective this week. There's something better. You'll be able to sit in the same energetic, no, not energetic now, are we? The same physical space as each other, and not freak out. Because you'll be looking at them, Aquarius, and thinking, yeah, you breathe, eat and poop just like me. The situation will improve. Look at that. Make a decision. Clearly decide what you want so it comes to you now, but you're already doing that with magician mode, or you will be, and it will be overwhelming to the other person if it hasn't already happened. We've got here success. Release your ex. Release all of that stuff that you've built around this person. Just come at them, just speak to them, for goodness sake. I'm not going to bite your head off. Time has come to clear your energy. Get more information. We've got playfulness to recapture romance. Allow your inner youthful spirit and fun to shine. So I think just by either mutual friends or acquaintances that you have between each other, you'll be able to find more information in order to relax a little bit, I feel, because you're so stiff at the moment. You're so pent up. You're so determined. But there's no relaxed energy in there. It's just fraught. Okay, you need to relax. So it's not the right time. It's going to take time, I feel. Like I said, there's a lot of time on the board. Perhaps it's something that they need to release their end. But we've got engagement here. Your love life is ascending to a higher level of commitment. But it could also mean that it wasn't the right time in the first instance. And now's that time to reconnect. What we've got here, remain positive, forgiving and learning. As you release and heal the past, you experience more love in your present moments. Whilst this, pay attention to the red flags. Do not build them up on a pedestal. Okay? The signs are cautioning you. When you feel like you're going down that road, you're going to have to pull back and think, They eat, breathe and poop just like me. Okay? And it just relaxes. You'll be able to relax about the situation. Okay? So what else do we need to know? We've got here careers and finance. Financial issues are a factor in your love life right now. So we've got remain positive about that. If you're feeling a little bit of insecurity or lack regarding finances, okay, you need to remain positive. But don't build this person up into kind of like this demigod that both of you have been doing. Relax. Past life relationship. You have known each other before. Yes, you have. And what else do we need to know for Aquarius, please? What else do we need to know for Aquarius? What else do we need to know? Yep, we've got here, love yourself first. Your self-respect makes you more romantically attractive. The reasoning could be that you haven't come towards this person, or you're pushing your energy out, or you're in magician mode. It's because there's children involved. So it could be children on your side, children on theirs, but it feels like children on your side, and you just don't want to mess them around. We've got separation time apart from your partner is on the horizon. It says remain positive, but I feel that you're already in separation anyway. Probably not energetic separation, but you are in physical separation. You deserve love. You are lovable. Well, of course you are. Oh, my auntie. I've just realised my auntie's an Aquarius as well. That's strange, isn't it, to realise that just through reading. Romantic feelings. Your feelings are real and worth exploring. Yes, they are. Getting to know each other. Remain positive. As you reveal your innermost selves to each other, your bond deepens. Yes, it does. So I would suggest, okay, just coming in as friends. I'm just sparking a conversation saying, oh, blah, 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 blah. Let's, however you do it. Free yourself. It's time to take back control of your life. To re-spark it though, I feel that either you just come in as a friend and then it grows from there. But both of you know what you are to each other. Look, you're soulmates. Yes, this is your soulmate. And reconciliation. Someone from your past is returning to your life. Yes, they are. Well, they will do if you do something about it. If you don't, and don't message them, and don't speak, then nothing will happen. You'll both sit in this energetic limbo land. And both of you will be thinking, oh yeah, we know we're soulmates. Okay, if that's okay, that's okay. But I think that you should... They're saying to you, explore it. Explore it on whatever level that will be, but just don't make it out to be, the most spandangled relationship ever. I think that you're putting too much emphasis on the end result rather than getting to know each other. And that's what they're saying. You need to relax and get to know each other again. Work through your fears. Yes, you need to, Aquarius. Have faith in your dreams, the dream of this person that you've built on the pedestal. Step out of your comfort zone. I feel that it's you that needs to come towards them, or they're waiting for you to come towards them. What else do we need to know? What else do we need to know for Aquarius in this huge reading again? I really do want to just fold my arms around you and just say everything will get better, because it will. What do you need to release? Yep. Also, we've got here, you and your loved ones is safe. So they're not an icky connection. Your commitment is being tested. Yeah. Commitment to a decision, I feel. Look at the bigger picture. So what do you want from life, and who do you want to take with you on this journey? Who do you want to build a life with? Do you want it? Your hard work is paying off. Communication is key, you're telling me. And also a win-win outcome is forecast. If that did resonate with you, please like, share, subscribe. Please remember to click the thumbs up button. And I love you loads. Take care.